rise and grind. I'm gonna break a couple of things down, right? Recently, I posted on my app, my barber app, for the ones that know, about devaluing. And sometimes when you text message stuff, people probably can take it a little bit personal or be defended, whatever the case may be. I mean, offended. Those things is not the case, you know. Sometimes it's better to speak on it and break down in details why you feel that way or such forth, right? I don't think a lot of people now these days think outside the box. All right? Everyone is being devalued, even a 9-to-5 person. The difference between a 9-to-5 person and an entrepreneur, a business owner, we kind of control the situation a little bit better than a person 9-to-5, right? So when you go to Walmart today and the milk is $3, and then tomorrow you go back, the milk is $6. You have two choices. You buy the milk or you don't buy the milk. You can't go to your job and say, boss, milk went up $3. Can you give me a raise? He's going to look at you like you're crazy. It doesn't work that way. As a business owner, when stuff go up, we can go up. There's always a market for someone. Let me break the market down. Gucci, you probably got more people that buy from the Gap than Gucci. Reason being, everybody can't afford Gucci. Everybody can fairly afford Gap, even though Gap is a little bit more expensive now. Okay? But this is how this goes. You go to Gap, Gap send you a pair of jeans for $100. Right? Gap got to sell 5 pair of jeans to make $500. Gucci is going to sell 1 pair of jeans for $500 and make the same money. See what happened there? Don't let them get the same 5 people as Gap. They made what? $2,500? $2,500. You see how the market is? So they really never lost. They just sold for a higher price and still gained the same or more, basically. Okay? So now, I'm jumping all over the place here. When you talk about value, you got to know your value system, right? You got to know your market. You got to know your market. You got to know your value system. I know my market and my business now. You know, 75, 80% of my clients make 6 figures. You know, these are high-paid clients. So I have a high-paid market of clientele. It's a blessing. It's a blessing from God. It's not boasting. It's a blessing. And when you got that type of market, you don't have to devalue yourself to just cut anyone down. You know, you want to set your business a certain way that people value you financially. They value your time and everything. I got people that, it's crazy. This is the crazy ones. This is the crazy part. The ones that pay well is the ones that's always showing up on time. You know, they never disrespect. If they just happen to not show up when because something happened, these guys will call, apologize, and still send you the money for that service. This is when you're dealing with responsible business people. The ones that don't pay well, shows up late, they just don't show up, they don't pay you, they don't even call you and say, I'm sorry, you know? And after a while, as a human being, a person, you gotta start manning up to your stuff. You gotta start getting value. You gotta get rid of people. And it's nothing personal. It's no beef, nobody's gonna die. It's none of that. It's just, I could block you on my app and still talk to you tomorrow like nothing ever happened. It's just, I still like you as a person. It's just I can't do business with you. You know? That's just how it goes. People got family members that they love, they don't do business with them. I'm trying to keep my business a certain way. Okay? So now, the ones that can't afford certain things, you got to know your tax bracket. Okay? I call it champagne takes or bill money. You can't spend money and do what you want to do. When I first came out of jail, right, I worked the shop, right, making $8 an hour. I couldn't afford a car. I walked to work every day, and I walked back home. I made enough money to just pay for groceries for my house. I didn't save money for a whole year. There's nowhere in hell I went to a car dealership to look for no damn BMW. For what? I'm in the wrong tax bracket. You know? You got to stay in your tax bracket of what you can afford. And let me keep it real. Unless you're a bum on the street, you could afford something. Because if you look at the habits that we pick up, we could afford something. You know? There's no such thing as I don't have time. If you could sit down your ass for 2-3 hours and watch a movie, you got time to go to the gym, you got time to study. We come up with these fake illusions to stroke our egos. If you could buy clothes, that's like me, right? Everybody know I'm a sneakerhead. I buy some serious expensive sneakers. For me to come to your business and devalue you, you're supposed to look at me weird like Steph. Every time I turn around, you got some crazy fly sneaker on. Now you come to my business and try to devalue my work. It's a form of an insult. Okay? There's times that I gave people free haircuts for job interviews, people that lost their jobs. Last year, year and a half ago, before I moved to my new shop, I had $345 out there owed to me that people never paid. Still to this day, never paid. That's just giving free haircuts. You know? That's because people needed it, supposedly. And I had people tell me, I'm going to trick on a girl today. You know, I had to go get the bottle and all that. Can you give me a haircut and I'll pay you next week? And I did, and they still never paid me. You know, that's living wrong. You have to know your tax bracket. You have to know what's important to you. My taxes just went up for my crib, right? My taxes was $10,000. Now it's $10,003. I cannot call my mortgage company and say, I can't afford the $300. You know what they're going to say? No problem, Mr. Ross. We putting the house in foreclosure. No one cares. No one cares if your kid's school went up. No one cares. No one really cares about no one. Like, if you want to live a certain way, you got to know your tax bracket, what you can afford. Okay? If you want to live high, you got to make high money. I work 60 hours a week because I have to make a certain amount of money for my lifestyle. I could work 3-4 hours a day, 5 days a week like normal people and make less money, but I got to lower my lifestyle, you know? So I have to bust my ass for my lifestyle. You might have to get 2 or 3 jobs for your lifestyle. You know, this is why people are using credit cards recklessly. People are in debt because you can't afford your lifestyle. Get more money or bring your lifestyle down to you. There's nothing wrong with it. Stay in your lane. You know, I don't have no credit card debts. As soon as I swipe my credit card, before that month is over, that bill is paid. I don't owe nobody nothing because I'm staying in my lane. I don't over exceed what I can't afford. You know? I'm not doing something just to show off or no. You can't because you got to think for the rainy day. You got to think for, your job might fail or fall and pandemic came. Barbers was going through it. I was still cutting. And you know what else I did? I went and got a job at Target working overnights because my goal was not to go into my bank account and blow my bread. I knew this would have passed over, Pandemic to me was nothing. I did 11 years in prison. I laughed at the pandemic. And I'm a natural damn hustler. Like, I'll sell anything. So, that didn't bother me. I went out there as a man and got it. Sometimes you got to do that. You got to go out there and get it. Listen, I'm not saying it's wrong if you want to smoke weed, drink, trick on chicks. I don't care what you do. But that's your personal. When you're trying to consume something, don't devalue someone else because you can't afford it because you want to afford something else. Don't tell me the weed man won't take no shorts, so I'm going to short you, Steph, because the weed man is more valuable than you. No. You're not going to get no weed either because he's not trying to take no shorts and I'm not taking no shorts. You're not going to devalue neither one of us. All we're going to do is walk away from you and have a conversation about you. This is what life is. You got to stay in your tax bracket. Okay? There's levels to this. Some people could afford certain things. Some people can't. That's just what it is, you know? Me personally, I hate the job market. I hate it. Stuff is going up, and they don't even give people raises like that. You get, what, 15, 20 cents raise every couple of months? You work more than you get a raise. Every year, you look at how much raise you got. It's not a lot, you know? It's really not a lot. And that's why a lot of people are kind of walking out that job stuff and doing their own thing. I got Uber drivers that's making $2,500, $3,000 a week right now. These guys are driving from sun up to sundown. They quit their job to be Uber drivers. I respect it. Because anyway it goes, you have to work hard. You can't run from working hard. But if you're going to work hard, at least get the value system. My old job, I worked for 12-hour shifts a day, 60 hours a week. I was making $485 after taxes every week. I work the same amount of hours right now, 6 days a week, 10-hour shifts a day. I make more than $500 sometimes in one day, you know? So I don't mind working hard. I need to see the value of working hard. You understand? It's like having a bad chick at home. She walks around naked all day, but you can't touch her. What's the point of having her? You understand? I just need you to understand the value system, man. Listen, find hustles, man. Try to find a new job. Find things for 2023 to make your life better. I always said, me personally, I think everybody should be making $100,000 a year. Everyone should be able to get a nice house, nice car, travel, money in your bank, stash money. The kids should be able to get everything they want. This is living. This is healthy living. No one should be struggling and stressing. You know, hold on, I gotta order my Dunkin' Donuts. Hold on. Hello? Hello?
How can I help you?
Hi, good morning. Can I get a medium iced coffee?
What you want inside? You like cream, sugar, any flavor?
Yes, cream, sugar, French vanilla, and the top caramel and whipped cream.
French vanilla with cream. And you want to add donut?
No, thank you.
Okay, anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, your total $340, please.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now the example. Dunkin' Donuts, right? I love their cold coffee. Medium is $340 now. When I first started buying this, probably 2 years ago, it was $278. Price went up. You think I'm going to ask them why their price went up? I mean, I could ask them why their price went up. They really can't give me no answer, the workers, but you know that lady going to tell me? Take it or leave it. I cannot tell her I don't make enough money to buy the coffee. She's going to say, sir, you want this coffee or not? Because you know why? There's literally 4 other people behind me, and there's 3 people in front of me. Someone else could afford it. You understand? They're not going to sit here and argue with you and devalue their coffee or any business for one person. It's a market. That's all I'm trying to say. We got to start valuing ourselves a little better. You know, me personally, I'm not running the streets no more. Things are over with. I'm too old. I like comfortability. Always towards the end of the year, I'll start itching like a crackhead, thinking about what did I do to make my life better for the year. And I like to at least accomplish one thing. I accomplished 2 things this year, but to top it off, I just got into the vending machine business, you know? Get a couple of vendors. I'm trying to get 10 vendors if I can before January. I want to make sure each one of my kids got their own vending machine, you know? You have to make residual income, okay? I've been putting a lot of my clients on, a lot of my young boys is going to hear this. They already know. I always talk about the cleaning business. The cleaning business is dope, you know? You got to find ways, man, to make other money. How you doing? Good morning. This is like crack. Look at this joint. It's going to have me high all day. Cream, sugar, French vanilla, the top caramel, and whipped cream. All right, have a great day. So, with that being said, just learn the way life is, man. Things is going up in life. It's getting more expensive. It's not getting cheaper. It's getting more expensive. So that being said, you got to find a way to make more money because you're going to be left behind in life. You know, I was listening to this thing with Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and all of them. And they were saying, yo, if you're not making $100,000 now these days, you're not even living a decent life. And I was like, wow, most people don't make $100,000. You know, the average house right now in a cheap state of Jersey. To me, Jersey is a cheap state. Stuff is very cheap here compared to New York. Average house here is like $400,000 for like a nice house. We're talking about nice 3-4 bedroom house. You know, that same house is 8 or 1.5 mil in New York. You know, people can't afford where they live no more. So what's happening? People are getting pushed out down south. They raise the price for these houses. They don't care if you can afford it. They're going to kick you out of the state. And then someone that's in a higher tax bracket is going to move in and buy up the property. That's what they do. You know, they hook up the area, raise the prices, push everybody out, and move all the people in that can afford it. See what they do? And this is what's going on in life. Everything is going up. You can't change it. You know? So don't look at the barbers as, yo, they're expensive. No. We got things that we got to pay for. You know? Let me tell you something. What some of y'all pay for in a rent for your crib, for your house that you and your family's living in, that's what I pay for my shop. That's just my shop. I still got a house I got to pay for. I still got utilities I got to pay for. Like, we have stuff too. And we have to consider that. Everybody's in business to make money, not lose money. So why would you want to break even? You have to charge accordingly to pay your bills and still pay yourself. It's business. I just want to explain it because a lot of people don't know the concept of business. And I don't think people even know the concept of life. They're just here freestyling, living life. You got to really open your eyes and see how this thing is going. We're in a doggy-dog world. We always been in the doggy-dog world. You know? It been like that. It's the haves and have-nots. It been like that. You know? You want cheap living? Cheap everything? Quarter waters and the KKK drinks? You got to go to the hood. You got to go to the hood. That's cheap living. But it's cheap living because if you look at the way they live, it's not great living. This is why you pay cheap. You pay high living for high quality stuff. Comfortability, school systems, food that's around you. All of that plays an effect. You know? Listen, I love speaking to y'all. I love building with people, man. Because I remember this time that I didn't know shit. I'm just a hood nigga from Jamaica, Queens. And we lived from day to day, hustle to hustle, scheme to scheme. And then, you know, when I finally landed in jail, I had time to sit back and think and read, you know, and talk to people and learn the way of the world. And I was like, this is how I messed up. This is how I messed up. I didn't learn the system. And I said, this would never happen to me again. I'm going to come home. I'm going to be successful. And I'm going to give this gift back as much as I can. I see people every day that go through struggles that I've been through as a kid growing up. And you know what? It's a blessing to be able to talk to them, build with them. If I die tomorrow, 99% of my clients have no choice but to say, yo, they could be giving up mad game. I'm not even trying to be arrogant about it. I give up mad game. We don't talk about basketball and all that shit in my shop. Yeah, that shit slides through here and there. Nobody give a fuck about that shit. Nobody going to the league. Let's keep this shit real. I'm trying to get you real money right now. Okay? You might never make it to the damn league or be a football player, whatever. That ain't for everyone. But the fact is, everyone needs to live. Everyone needs money. You know? That's reality here. If you got the skill to get to the league, it's a blessing. Everybody don't have a skill. Okay? If everyone had a skill, I won't be making money being a barber. Because everybody be cutting their own hair. It's levels. You got hand skills, you got mind skills. Whatever God gave you, you figure it out and you use that skills to your advantage. Okay? You figure out what you got and you can make money off of what God gave you. God gave everyone a gift. Okay? Listen. I love y'all. I wish y'all the best. 2023. I love seeing people grow and succeed in life. You know, I really want y'all to win. I want myself to win more. I don't hear when people's going through bad things in life. I hate it. You know, this is why I drop these videos. Majority of these videos I drop is conversations I actually have with people. You know, a lot of people don't know how to save money. I got a video on my YouTube talking about how to save money, you know, because I had problems saving money. Now I know strategies to save money. I mean, that's like the least of my problems now, saving money. You know, you have to see the values in your life. You're working these 9-to-5 jobs all the time, but you don't see your money. Then you're not making no money. You're surviving. You got to know how to make your money, spend it, save it. And you don't want to save all your money. Why? You have to live life. You have to eat every day. You should be able to go out on weekends with your family and have fun. Live your life. Listen, I'm about to start working. My client just pulled up. I just pulled up. You have a blessed day. Love y'all.